Hey, how's it going? This is Matthew Ashton for Java1 1407. This is my project number 3 review video. Let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I got my app running over here. What I've been using is the ESPN, one of the ESPN APIs, and that's for getting news headlines. And so what you can do is actually enter the sport here. You can go ahead and wait a second. Emulator is taking a little bit. And basically what it does is it goes ahead and puts the string that you entered into the API call. As you can see over here, as you can see, gets the text from what you entered, adds it into the API call, and then what it does is it actually go ahead and it gets a list of all of the headlines for baseball, and then it takes, what I have it does is I take the title and then also the details for that sport. And so as you can see, if you go ahead and change it to a different sport, get news headlines, this is going to be updated now. As you can see, its list view is showing football. Now what it does is I have it check this array of sports, and if it does not match that, you actually get an error stating to try again. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. So say you just typed in base, get news headlines, you see an error saying please try another sport, try and keep it to the general names. And then I also have it to where it will, it's only going to do this on the on-click. It's only going to check if you have network connection. If not, an alert shows up saying that you need to check on your network connections. So going down to my code here, here's the alert for the name not matching of a sport. And again, here's the please try again for internet connection. Here's the display. I do have a custom adapter set up to display the list. Then of course I have my request in the async task here. I do have two separate JSON parsers because I found that the data that was returned for soccer headlines was slightly different than it was for everything else. So as you can see, I have two separate parsers, and basically what it comes down to is just how it gets the specific information for those ones, and really it came down to not every single soccer article had a description, so I had to change it to where for soccer it only uses the title. And going back into my main Java here, as you can see, it actually chooses basically if what they equals soccer, then it's going to run that. If it doesn't, then it's going to run the normal parser. I didn't go ahead and do go over to the rubric here. As you can see, application is an API, ESPN API, dynamic URL string that changes based on the user text, got that. The async task performs all the operations in the background thread, and it does check for a network connection before each network request. And again, it does prop up an alert if it does not have a connection. And of course, it parses and displays two or more data points from the object. And as you can see here in the parser, it does go ahead and get the title for the headline, and then also the title, which is part of the JSON data that was returned. And again, here I'll show you what soccer looks like. Oops. Again, soccer looks slightly different because, again, it is using a different parser than the normal one. And then here's my headline adapter with a completely separate view. And yeah, it's my HTTP manager, pretty basic. This week went really well. I just followed the videos and everything seemed to flow pretty smoothly. And yeah, pretty much had a great week. And again, everything's done. APIs are in there. Again, this is Matthew Ashton for Java1 1407, project number 3.